It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Lions and the 49ers on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
On the return is Williams. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week, 18 carries, 71 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Here is 3rd down and 4. From the 50, it's Goff. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Williams to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. As they've got it as we resume action. Gibbs again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive, and it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And he returns this to the 22. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Derek Barnes, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On second down, McCaffrey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Back to throw, Purdy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams. So some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And there's Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's gone. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. Open man, that's Ronnie Bell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Purdy looking to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes. But how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
So here come the Lions now. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd down and 1.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Goff. Short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another run for Gibbs here. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. His throw incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this 1st half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Goff. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Goff. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Derrick Barnes
Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
from just across the midfield stripe. Here's 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Goff. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Goff. And it's complete to Mitchell. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And that one makes it 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 37. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Arik Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 36 yards out. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw.
And his throw here is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just
confused.
off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Purdy off the play fake.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. So out now come the Lions. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 32.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's complete to the Porter.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
From the 50, it's Goff.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Goff now looks to throw.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Able to find Willis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. We've got a tale of 2 offenses right now. One hot, one cold. Right now we're looking at the cold one. They've got to turn it around.
Got to see if they can thaw themselves out a little bit, and typically you kind of draft off of your teammates. You know, if the defense is playing well and holding it in there, you kind of say, okay, let's get a little momentum off of them. I'm wondering if they're trying to figure out a way to get some off of the opposition's offense and say, we want to be a little bit more like that. Time for some playmakers to step forward and get them going.
Yeah, they need to stem the tide. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Purdy looking to throw.
And that is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
That's good for a Lions first down.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A toss out right to Gibbs.
And he'll go down at the 28.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now gone.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And bulldozing his way through. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
4th down, a give to Gibbs.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Purdy.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Avonte Maddox on the coverage.
Here's Purdy to throw.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
To throw is Purdy.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Purdy to throw.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing, Purdy.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Lions, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.